good.
If you wouldn't mind just kind of starting off why you chose to sign with the Saints.
I chose to sign with the Saints because I felt most comfortable with them. I know the coaches, and I'm very familiar with them. I had an interview with them before this whole draft process and everything like that, so I was more comfortable with them. That's the reason why I signed.
I know they just brought him down, but and Coach Robinson coached offense and not defense. But did that relationship with him kind of play a factor in there?
Yeah, that relationship definitely played a factor in me making the decision for sure.
How much contact did you have with the Saints prior to them contacting you and letting you know they wanted to sign you?
I had a lot of contact with the Saints. We was in communication, throughout the weeks before the draft.
And what kind of stuff were they telling you? Where do they see you? What was the vision? What was the conversations like?
Some of the conversations was just them seeing me at nickel and corner. They like the skill sets that I have, and they feel like I can bring something to the table.
Is that something they asked you to do at Maryland? Was play like slot, nickel sort of area, or did you play outside there?
I played outside, and I also played a little bit of nickel. Like it's different formations, and when it was like a receiver over, that's when I would come over and play a little bit of nickel. But it was like rare. But other than that, I was just playing outside.
Do you feel confident about like transitioning to playing like a nickel spot at the pro level?
Yes, I definitely feel like I have the ability to transfer over to play nickel, safety, corner. I feel like I can really, do it all.
What was it like for you just sort of battling through the injury, towards the end of the season and just having to sit and not be able to put any film out there?
It was very difficult because it was one of my first injuries I ever had playing this game that I love. So it was hard for me to understand, to come all this way and then get injured, the last season of college. It was heartbreaking, but, I got through it, and the trainers at the University of Maryland got me right, and I came back.
What was the draft process like for you? Just kind of sitting there and, not getting drafted. How was that for you?
It was difficult because it's always been a dream of mine ever since I was little. But at the end of the day, I'm thankful to have this opportunity, and that's all I want is just the opportunity to, show my abilities and show my skill set. So that's all I'm worried about as of right now. I'm a New Orleans Saint, and I'm ready to compete.
Tino, I'm reading here. You actually were a wide out and transferred over to a corner. How was that process?
It was a difficult process. It was really challenging. Because at first I was doing both, receiver and corner, and the coaching staff made me learn two playbooks at the same time. So that's when I decided. At first, I said, hey coach, I think it'd be a better fit for me to play corner because of my size. So I just dedicated myself to playing that position, learning the game, and the coaches and even the players there at the University of Maryland helped me get better. So it was difficult at first, but I got better at it.
Have you ever played special teams?
Oh, yes. That's like one of the first things you have to play at Maryland. You have to show up on special teams first. And I pride myself on that and taking that challenge, running down on kickoff, playing gunner, doing the grimy work. That's what we call it at the University of Maryland. So that's one thing I love about the game. And I'm looking forward to, show up on special teams for the Saints.
You said it was a difficult transition from receiver to DB, but how much did that help you, I guess, later on in terms of being able to anticipate what receivers like to do?
It definitely helped me, prepare, definitely like for games and preparation, things like that. I pretty much had a good feeling for what the receivers was trying to do, just by their body language and how they break the huddle and things like that, and their splits and their lineups and things like that. So I was a hit on that when it comes to preparation and breaking down film.
Tino, you have any relationships with any players on the Saints? Do you know any of the guys on the team?
I'm not really familiar with the guys. Well, I played with one guy back in high school, Chauncey Gardner. I played with him. We was on an All-American game together in Florida. So that's the only person I really know on the Saints.
Does anyone else have any questions for Tino?
Yeah. Tino, how would you describe your style of play?
I say my style of play is physical. I'm a physical corner. I like to use my hands. I like to jam the receivers and reroute them and get them up the route. And also a playmaker. I feel like I can, make difficult plays and make good pass breakups and ball skills as well.
Tino, were you and Chase in high school together?
Oh yes, we played in the same high school. Yeah.
What was that like playing with him, man?
It was special, man. I already knew he was special. I remember when he first came in, the first day and stuff like that. So it's crazy to see, where he become, and hard work really pays off, and I'm proud of bro.
Did you talk to him draft night when he went second?
Yeah, I told him congrats and things like that. It was very short. It wasn't really long, but I told him congrats and I'm proud of him.
What made that school so special, man? I mean, y'all put a lot of good athletes out of that school, your high school.
I would just say what makes the Mather special is the tradition that we have, and the alumni that went there, and I feel like we all look up to those guys, and we all have want to follow their footsteps. So that's one thing I say that's special about the Mather.
Were you and Chase classmates, or you older, or he's older?
I'm 1 year older than him.
1 year, okay. How good were y'all?
Oh, we was good. We was number 3 in the country. Won three state champions. So we was good. We was good.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Tino. We appreciate it, and have a great weekend. We look forward to seeing you in person soon.
All right. No problem. You too.
Great.
Congrats.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.